Eastern UP will likely go on for quite a while. That's what the operations director of that company who owns them says. MyUP News was the first to speak at length with one of their leaders, and MyUP's Skylar Perkins introduces us. Skylar?
So a lot of questions surrounding sound and how we came to be here.
For the first time since we began our reporting, a leader from AlphaWatt spoke to us at length about the conflict that has erupted between them and a nearby Montessori nature school over the noise generated by their Bitcoin mining machines. He's Jondalar Deepavan, Director of Operations for AlphaWatt, which he says operates the data center, while Odessa Partners, the company named in the lawsuit from the school, technically owns the land.
We're all, still committed to being a good neighbor, if you will, in addition to what we've already done.
He shared with us key details we've been trying to learn for weeks now. But before that, we want to tell you the story from their perspective. Deepavan reached out to us to share that side of the story last Monday, after their appeal to move the lawsuit up to federal court failed. Until now, he said one reason they've been so quiet is a bit of fear, citing one instance of aggression after a community meeting last month.
Trespassed on our property, threatened our employee, threatened a staff member of ours.
He said the man also shut the power off on the machines, which, while detrimental to their operation, can also be unsafe for someone who doesn't know what they're doing. Now, expecting the lawsuit to drag on for some time, Deepavan wanted to clear the air about some things. For instance, the rumors circulating that their presence is bad for power customers.
Simply speaking, because if they don't meet the goal that they have in terms of power sales, they need to make up for it some other way. So by us basically being here and consuming that power, we keep that bill lower for everybody.
It's a point that's been echoed by the power provider, the Cloverland Electric Cooperative. Which brings us to new information. Since we've been covering this story, we've been trying to figure out whose idea it was to put the Bitcoin mines across from a nature school in the first place. Part of that was uncovering the companies at work, which we now know are the Michael Carbonara and Ibanera-linked AlphaWatt and Odessa Partners. And while Deepavan indicated Ibanera does not have a hand in this project, he did suggest the site placement was more or less their idea.
The order of things, like I mentioned, look for the substation, found the substation, reach out, find the property. That was the series of events. We worked with a broker who were specialized in these things, locating these types of things, and that's how it went.
Moving forward, Deepavan says the AlphaWatt team feels the lawsuit is unwarranted, with the company having notified the school in advance about their efforts to install the hay bales as sound dampeners, in addition to their promise to build a permanent solution.
If this was still about sound, that actually, that's no longer an issue at this point. We have the assumption that there's different, motivation of wanting us out of there at this point.
But back when we spoke to the school's director in June, she told us that was the outcome they wanted to see most.
Our first request and the first choice we would make for resolution is to have them close the operation in that specific location. As I said, we're not against Bitcoin, just don't place it across the street from an elementary school.
Both parties are due in court next month, where a judge may decide to resume the shutdown of the Bitcoin miners. In the meantime, Deepavan said AlphaWatt is creating a website to help better connect with the community, which will include a contact form to get in touch directly. For now, I'm Skylar Perkins for MyUP News.
All right, thank you, Skylar. Interesting story developing there. Great reporting. We'll keep an eye out.